Hello everyone, it's an honor to be here. Thank you for attending my presentation. My name is Muhammad Adrinta Abdurazak. Today I will present my research entitled Magnet Architecture Optimization on Multi-Level Text Classification. What is multi-level text classification? What is multi-level text classification? Multi-level text classification is a matter of categorizing each text into one or several categories, where this problem is in sentimental analysis, information retrieval, news topic classification, and spam detection. Before deep learning, the multi-level text classification problem solution focus on traditional machine learning algorithms. The literature has suggested different techniques for the multi-level text classification problem. In some of these techniques, solutions for the single-level classification problem are combined to become solutions to the multi-level text classification problem. Other research called multi-level text classification using attention-based graph neural networks, or it also be called MAGNET, is a deep learning architecture for multi-level text classification based on graph attention network to obtain dependency structure information with interlabel attention. Graph attention networks use a label feature matrix or label embedding and an adjacency matrix to obtain and process the dependencies between labels. The output of graph attention network is attended label features. The text feature factors are combined, are obtained from the BERT embeddings and fine-tuned by the LSTM extraction networks and then multiplied by the attended label features to produce classification results. However, the model will be difficult to train on data with many labels because of the large adjacency matrix. Sela and Helair in 2020 have tried to cluster labels to map data into null labels according to the label cluster. Data with null labels are classified and produce better performance. In other ways, XLNet has outperformed BERT on 20 natural language processing problems because it can produce better feature factors. GRU has competing performance with LSTM, but GRU is superior in convergence time. Based on those studies, labels can be clustered into different clusters. Each label cluster has its adjacency matrix by splitting the initial adjacency matrix, and the adjacency matrix form will be smaller than the initial adjacency matrix, replacing BERT with XLNet and replace LSTM with GRU can be tried to improve the performance of MAGNET. So this is the MAGNET architecture illustration on the previous study. We can see the inputs for graph attention networks are the label embedding and correlation matrix, which we called adjacency matrix. What this study concerns about is this correlation matrix or adjacency matrix mainly, and this embedding pass, this embedding phase, and this fine-tuning phase. So first, how we do label clustering? We have a collection of documents that is labeled. Document can have more than one label. The adjacency matrix is then formed based on the occurrence of the labels. The following graph on the right, connecting lines indicates the occurrence of labels in the document. In the illustrations from L1 to L6, the adjacency matrix form has the order of 6 times 6. Then the adjacency matrix graph clustered using Low-Fan algorithm. Then the data is relabeled with the resulting label cluster, which are C1 and C2. We can see the picture on the right. The initial adjacency matrix is split into two adjacency matrix based on the cluster form. And we can also see that there is an additional adjacency matrix that describes relationship between cluster. This adjacency matrix is useful for label classification. This study used several weighting methods for the adjacency matrix because the resulting cluster will be strongly influenced by the dependency weights. in the adjacency matrix. We use three weighting methods, namely PPMI, or positive point loss mutual information, correlation, and binary. We will see how these methods affect classification performance. This is the first proposed architecture. This architecture also be called MagnetSim model. This architecture consists of several models. The models are one model for classifying data to label clusters, and the N model for classifying data to original labels, where N is the number of cluster formed. There are two scenarios to use this proposed architecture. By using model for classifying the label clusters, it means we predict label cluster first, then forward to the model for classifying data to original labels based on the predicted cluster. And second scenario is by not using model for classifying the label cluster. It means we predict original labels with all model for classifying data to original labels. This is the second proposed architecture. We can call it magnet SIGAT. We modify the magnet architecture to have multiple graph attention networks. So each graph attention networks represent its cluster. The study uses three embedding methods, namely GloVe, second BERT, and third ExcelNet. We choose these three methods to compare their effect on classification performance and comparing the result to the previous study. And this study will also look at the effect of the text cleaning method, because the vector for a token generated by contextual embedding will be influenced by the surrounding tokens. So the text cleaning method will have an effect to the resulting vector. Meanwhile, the text cleaning method for static embedding will use the first method, because static embedding will always generate the same vector for the same token. Therefore, the first method is more suitable for static embedding because it only pays attention on unique tokens. And this is the embedding process for the text and labels. A label consisting of several tokens will have an embedding vector from the sum of the embedding vector for each token. So the token that have more than the label that have more than one token will be sum. And this is the dataset we use. We use three datasets with different number of labels and different characteristics. We use this configuration to do our experiment, and this study evaluates this. This study evaluates the classification performance using micro-Evan and Hamming loss. This is the result of the performance comparison of text cleaning method. We use base magnet architecture as a model architecture and use contextual embedding as embedding layer. We found that third method gives the best performance. So third method we use for ExcelNet contextual embedding in the next experiment. This is the performance comparison of embedding layers with base magnet architecture. The model obtained the best result using GloVe embeddings. This result is similar to the result in the previous study when using GloVe embeddings. However, the model's performance using BERT embeddings, both static and contextual embedding, failed to reproduce the similar result of the previous study. This study is limited to predefined scenarios. We use the best parameter on the Devlin research, and the maximum token length we use that is only 128 because of the limitation of the device, which can be because of our failure to reproduce the the state of the art of the previous study. The previous study didn't explain how they use BERT as an embedding layer. This is the performance comparison of fine-tuning layers. We can see bidirectional GRU consistently outperforms BLSTM, both in terms of classification performance and training time.
You have 1 minute left.
And then, okay, now we go to performance comparison of proposed architectures. This is the statistic of label clustering result using various weighting methods for adjacency matrix. We can see the binary method resulting less cluster than correlation and PPMO with 8 cluster. Binary also has the lowest modulative value for the cluster form. And then now we can see the proposed architecture performance. Magnet SIGAT and magnet SIM model has the best result on binary weighting methods. And then this is the comparison of magnet architecture with the proposed architecture in Reuters dataset and DeepText dataset. Magnet CGAT and Magnet C-model have similar or even better performance. But in AEPT dataset, Magnet gets better performance than Magnet CGAT than Magnet C-model with much
The
higher
time is up.
micro-Evans score. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Muhammad Adrinta, for your presentation. It's very interesting and very so many things you have done. Okay, we have one question from the column chat, the chat column from Triana. What is the purpose of using scenarios on first
Sorry,
architecture?
can you?
Hello, Tess?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is? Yeah, you can also read from the chat. Okay. What is the purpose of using scenarios on first architecture? Why is it divided into two scenarios?
Okay.
Okay, you can answer.
Sorry. Okay. Okay, this why I'm doing that because sorry for my bad connection. Because the first architecture, Magnet C-model, the first scenario is I have to give attention to the missing dependencies. So we have to do label clustering first, and then forward to the model for classifying the model for classifying to original labels, and then we concat the result to become the final result. But we choose to do experiment to ignore the missing dependencies too. So, and the conclusion of the experiment predicting the cluster first is not there is not any significance performance difference performance in by and between ignoring the clustering prediction. Maybe if there is it's enough.
Okay, it's answering your question, Triana. I hope it can answer your question. Okay, and then another question from Paulus. So for the conclusion, which one from the several magnet architecture is the best one? Which one is the best?
Based on the performance, Magnet C-model is better than Magnet ClusterGATT atau CGATT, but Magnet C-model will cost a lot more time than Magnet CGATT for training and predicting, because we have to use several models, as many as cluster form, and this is the trade-off between Magnet C-model and Magnet CGATT. I hope that helps answer the question.
Okay, so there is trade-off between the time and
Yes.
also the result. Okay, okay, thank
It's
you
a
very
lot.
much. Okay, thank you
Okay,
very
thank
much,
you.
Muhammad Adrinta, for your presentation.